Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amar bin Zainuddin, and today I would like to present to you on my final year project academic, which is on the acceptance of user in using co-working space concept in Malaysia. For my research background, according to Desmark 2016, new co-working development have resulted in 13,800 co-working spaces including ASEAN major cities such as Singapore, Thailand and Malaysia, and emerging rapidly since 2010. Co-working spaces refer to when people assemble in neutral space to work beside one another in a flexible and shared work environment where workspace can be rented on daily, weekly or monthly basis. Co-working space provide complete facilities and needs as for the office requirement with various modern hotel style concept in the care of the co-working space business owner. With such an open workplace and flexible setting, it will encourage cross-pollination which increases creativity and invention together with the business owner and tenants. For the problem statement, however, the longevity of this sort of business is difficult to predict, and due to not just tremendous competition but also lack of clear information from the user side. There have been a number of past studies on the perspective, behavior and characteristic of user in using co-working space. The variety of setup for co-working space from one region to another region, from one period to another, resulting lack of research into characteristic and behavior among the user or tenant of the co-working space. The result might be different from other researchers from different countries with different contexts. Researcher aims to investigate the co-working space and identify the behavior of user in using the co-working space. For the research aim and objective, the aim of the study is to identify and investigate the characteristic and behavior of user in using co-working space in Selangor. For the objective, there are two objectives used for this research, which is number one, to identify the user of co-working space the characteristic. Number two, to investigate the behavior of user in co-working spaces. For the research methodology, this research uses two methods, which is primary data and secondary data. For primary data, this research uses quantitative approach, which is two sets of a questionnaire distributed to 30 respondents throughout the co-working space in Selangor. For secondary data, we use qualitative approach, which is desktop study, which is to obtain more information on the acceptance of user in using co-working space concept. For the next section, the researcher will provide voice-over since there is a limited space in the slides. Data analysis. First of all, the researcher will conduct reliability tests. The result from the table show this research have resulted Chromebook alpha at 0.758. This implies that the data is satisfactory. For the demographic data analysis, the survey were recorded with the majority of the respondents were students between the age 21 to 25 years old and choose freelancer as their type of employment. Next, the data analysis on the behavior of user. There are four types of questions provided for the respondent. Below are the results for each question shown in bar chart. Next, data analysis on the perspective for selecting co-working spaces. There are four types of questions provided for the respondent. Below are the results for each question shown in bar chart. Then, we proceed with the data analysis on the preferred prices for type of workspace. The question asked are based on 5 types of workspace, which are on private office, hot desk, meeting room, fixed desk, and event room. Below are the results shown in the list of table. This question were the second set questionnaire that was distributed together with the first one. There are 4 questions consist of legal skate type that asks on the most chosen perspective for selecting co-working space, which based on previous case study at CBD Bangkok. Below are the results shown in bar chart. For the conclusion, towards the achievement of the research objective, for the objective 1, which is to identify the user of co-working space characteristic, by identifying the user characteristic, the researcher is able to identify what type of characteristic possessed by the respondent that makes the acceptance of using co-working spaces concept increases. For the objective 2, to investigate the behavior of user in using co-working space concept. Through the findings, the researcher is able to acknowledge some of the main characteristic and behavior of the respondent, which become the determining factors on the acceptance of using of co-working space concept and manage to achieve the objective. For the recommendation, therefore, the researcher recommend that this topic is so important to be continued to study by other interested parties as to identify and investigate more on the factor affecting the acceptance in using the co-working space concept. In addition, a survey extending to this work for more samples should be conducted. The survey can be carried out in different parts of Central Business District, such as different states as Johor, Penang and Kuala Lumpur. The result will not only benefit Malaysia but also for the academic world. And that's all from me, Muhammad Amar bin Zainuddin. Thank you.